When I was 14, I planned my wedding.
This One's Wife. In a Pickle. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I've spoken before about how this one's wife, in effect, subconsciously considered herself in a film. Yes, she's the star of a film about her life. This is because whatever she does, no matter how mundane, her narcissism tells her that it's absolutely genius, that it's amazing, that nobody's ever done it quite like that way before. She breezes through life believing that when she does something, it's either novel, unique, or if it has been done before, she's improved upon it, that she's taken it to the next level. Although the evidence shows to the contrary, her narcissism obscures, rejects, diminishes that evidence. And as she wanders along, starring in this film of her narcissism's making, there's a soundtrack. And there's one particular song which plays on repeat as of late for this one's wife. You might think that it was this. You're just too marvelous for words. Sung marvelously, yes, pun intended, by Frank Sinatra. But no, it's not that particular song. Instead, the song that regularly revolves around her head is this. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. And now all you will cry, no, you can't. But she believes that she can. Because in her world, she believes that if somebody else can write a book, she can write a better one. Somebody gives a speech, hers is more engaging. Somebody can go along and show some bananatarian compassion, she can take it to the next level. She can out-banana their bananatarianism. She believes that she wears the clothing better than anybody else. The evidence says to the contrary, but as you know, the distortion field of her narcissism doesn't allow her to see that. Instead, what we get is an individual driven by the delusion of her narcissism who truly believes that what others have done, she can improve upon. And the biggest example that we have seen of this is in relation to her crap lifestyle brand, as ever. She saw what Martha Stewart had achieved, what Gwyneth Paltrow has achieved, which Ina Gartner has achieved. And her narcissism has said, you can do that, but you can do it better, because you can do anything better than them. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, cries this one's wife to the world. Thus, driven by her delusion that is created by her narcissism, she looks upon what somebody else has done and has decided, yes, I can do that, but I can do it better. And that's why we've been treated to the debacle that is as ever. You see, what she has believed, as a consequence of her magical thinking and delusion, is that at various board meetings around the world, companies that are engaged in the business of the provision of food will have said, do you know what we need? We need a game changer. Do you know what I think that game changer will be? No, I don't. Tell me. I think that game changer is going to be flour sprinkles. God damn it, you're absolutely right. We need flour sprinkles and we need them now. Not only that, we need something that we can sell to the masses. Something like Soylent Red, but we can't call it that. Instead, what about an all-conquering raspberry spread? By jingo, you're absolutely nailed on. Why don't we throw an apricot spread in there as well? I like it. 2 spreads. A pincer movement. Yes, but let's not forget a range of teas. Teas, yes, but we need something to go with the tea, don't we? How about cookies and crepes? They go together like a horse and carriage. They do. Absolutely. That's what we need. If only we could find somebody that was able to deliver a niche lifestyle brand that provided us with flour sprinkles and raspberry spread and apricot spread and all the other things that we've mentioned. If only that person to walk through that door right now. Who's this walking through our door right now? It's none other than the marvellous This One's Wife. Hi guys, I hear you're looking for a lifestyle brand that's established and has teas and spreads and flour sprinkles. We are actually. Don't worry, I've got it covered. Hurrah! Huzzah! Round of applause. And thus, in the deluded mind of This One's Wife, that's what she would believe would happen. That either someone would come along and say, that's a fantastic business that you've got there. It isn't a Potemkin business in the slightest. Here, I've just transferred tens of millions of dollars into your account, and I'm going to pay you a cut of everything that's sold, so you don't need to lift a finger. You're going to become a billionaire. I thought so. Yeah, go me. Or, what she expected was that an existing provider of lifestyle products would come along and say, we want as ever on our shelves. We want as ever on our virtual shelves. We want what you've created. You don't need to do anything more. We'll sort out all of the logistics, but what you've come along there is absolutely groundbreaking and has never been done before and is far better than anything else that anybody else has done. Your idea of a raspberry spread and an apricot spread and flour sprinkles and crepes and cookies, it's mind-blowing. And quite frankly, we don't know what we've been doing all of this time. We need to ensure that we sell all of that. And this is what her mind has been telling her, driven by her narcissism. Quite simply, what the likes of Paltrow and the likes of Stewart have done, I can do, but I'm going to do it better. And then unfortunately, she gets brought back down to earth by something like this. Yes, Flamingo Estate. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's an American lifestyle and wellness brand based in Los Angeles. Ooh, those buzzwords. They're having This One's Wife frothing like a beckoned storm. American, lifestyle, wellness, Los Angeles. Flamingo Estate operates from and is named for Richard Christensen's 7-acre estate in the Los Angeles Hills. The company was started in 2020, and he sold boxes of local produce to friends during the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown to help farmers survive. Then candles and soap were soon added, and then the company has expanded to offer a range of lifestyle and wellness products, including a wine. Special offerings of bags of manure. No, not created by This One's Wife, although you'd be forgiven for thinking that it had. That's labelled good shit. And honey from bees kept in named celebrity gardens. And they've got 4 soaps made from oil that's been blessed by the Dalai Lama. According to the owner, they had sales of almost $10 million back in 2022. Doing well. And lo and behold, as you can see, who is it that they've partnered up with? Is it This One's Wife? Of course it isn't. Why would they bother doing that? Instead, it's Pamela's Pickles. Yes, it's Pamela Anderson's Pickles, a spicy rose dill pickles from summer 2025, handmade in Los Angeles. Flamingo Estate Private Harvest. This absolutely is precisely what This One's Wife was aiming for. That her products would be picked up by a successful existing provider such as Flamingo Estate, high-end, little bit boutique, able to charge higher prices. The pickles are $38 for a 24 fluid ounce jar. It's described as such. Introducing the brine bombshell, pickles by Pamela Anderson. To be honest, 6 months ago we didn't know a ton about pickles other than we liked them. But in this house, when Pamela Anderson calls with an idea, the answer is always a resounding yes. Oh, there they are. Bending over backwards, doors always open to you, Pamela. Precisely the words that This One's Wife expects to hear, but hasn't. After months of development with Pam in the Flamingo Estate kitchen, we're thrilled to announce that we've got a couple of 100 jars of the most delicious pickles we've ever tasted. The secret to Pamela's Pickles is an award-winning recipe that was passed down to her by her great Aunt Vi. The delicious base is packed with rose, dill, mustard and garlic, the perfect partner for the signature flavours of Flamingo Estate, pink peppercorns, guayalo chili and smoky sea salt. Like the legendary icon whose name they share, Pamela's Pickles are both hot and vegan. 100% of proceeds from Pamela's Pickles benefit the California Wildlife Center, a non-profit near and dear to Pamela's heart. For nearly 30 years, the CWC has rescued, rehabilitated, and released thousands of native wild animals along the California coast. Each jar you bring home helps keep their important work alive. It's absolutely what this one's wife would want to happen for her. Picked up by this boutique outfit, charging a suitable sum, some charitable involvement as well to manage that facade. Box ticked left, right and centre. But it's not this one's wife. It's Pamela Anderson. And on the page there's Pam holding up her pickles, and there's jars of pickles behind her. And they talk about her even more by saying, "Isn't it amazing and rare when someone truly surprises you?" When we first met Pamela, we bonded over her love for her garden and her incredible expertise as a chef, activist and green warrior. I realised that the part of myself that knew of Pamela Anderson really only knew 1% of her. Now I know she's a lighthouse for people who want to live full, happy and healthy lives on their own terms. We're so grateful for this collaboration and its support to the incredible California Wildlife Center. Like Pam, these pickles will surprise you. Signed off by Richard, the owner. Various shots of Pamela wearing a green jumper, sniffing flowers, with the pickles. This is the type of thing that this one's wife would give her oversized toe second from the right, time and time again. This is what she was aiming for with As Ever, that some outfit like Flamingo Estate would come along and say, "Spot on, let's have your produce on our shelves, let's sell it, and we'll do all so much good with it and you'll make shit cans of money." But no, they didn't choose her. And do you know why? Because her products are shit. They're mass-produced and they're poor in quality. And also, she's hugely unlikable. And so, she's in a pickle because of Pamela's Pickles, because Pamela's Pickles are the ones that have been chosen. Pamela's Pickles are prominent and have been selected. Pamela is the one that's spoken about in revered terms, but not this one's wife. Oh no. She has to sit there, sobbing on the floor with one tear going from her left eye, because none of these providers are interested in the slightest of selling her tat. And accordingly, this is a brilliant example of how she thinks she can do it better than everybody else, and we all know she can't, because she's a deluded narcissist with no talent, no charisma, and is utterly unlikable. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.